very good morning. Welcome to the Vibes podcast. I'm your host, Kimberly Wanjiru.
Victoria Mwaniki.
Angelina Chieng.
Esther Kimante.
Before we get into the main agenda of the day, I'd like to know how you guys' week has been.
Yeah, the week has been nice. I don't think there's much to say to it. Yeah.
So far so good. My week is okay. Niko chonjo tu.
That's great. My week has been really good. I recently found out that Spain has introduced a paid menstrual leave to their women, where for 3 to 5 days they're being paid to go on leave. What do you guys think about that?
That's actually good.
Right.
Because if you look at some women,
Mm-hmm.
they really get like bad cramps and things like that.
Yeah.
And they'd stop them from doing so many things that they'd want to do.
Yeah.
So at least that break is giving them time to rest and like take time for themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's nice that they have started considering women. And speaking from a personal view, like there are times that you just can't see yourself going to work or going for school.
I know.
So the fact that they are considering that and making it an issue, like we should also consider that as a country.
On to my next question. Do you guys think, like, as a country, we will one day get to such a point where we're actually considering to give women off days and we're actually paying them to go on leave when they're having the menstruation?
In regards to that issue, if we can still, if our leaders can still stigmatize someone for going to work and finding out that they have periods without knowing,
Yeah.
and they can start talking about how, this woman should respect them, they have
Shaming
children.
her.
Yeah, like if our leaders themselves can talk about all of that and it is not considered as an issue, I don't think Kenya can move to that point, because our leaders have already shown that they don't have that capacity.
And the worst thing is, it was like a fellow woman.
Yeah, it was.
It was a fellow woman.
It was a fellow woman.
So, like, we have a very long way to go.
Yeah, because why would you remove someone from her workplace and she was just trying to be there on time? This woman, in real sense, would have taken her coat and tried to hide it from other people.
Yeah.
So the fact
Like,
that
her woman friend should have been the one telling her, yo,
Yeah.
you stained your dress.
the fact that she went to stand there
just
and
having her
say
back.
that this woman should be removed, and she's also a woman, she knows how this other woman feels about it, and
Yeah, those
probably she
shameful.
has also had the same experience but still didn't stand up for the other one.
Yeah.
That's not nice.
In addition to that, also children. There's some children who don't go to school because of fear, like I'll be judged. And for this woman who's just out of parliament, the one we're talking about, she was also trying to end that kind of stigmatization. And it's like she was proving a point, like, yes, this happens not only to adults but also children. Yeah.
Speaking of stigmatization, I don't think there's any group in this country that faces a lot of stigmatization more than the queer community. Don't you guys agree?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just thinking, like, shouldn't people be and let other people be? Like, if you're not queer, just be you and leave the queer people to be queer. What do you guys think?
I think, like, people should live their own lives. People are raised differently, people come from different communities, different things influence different people to be who they are. So in my own point of view, like, let people live their lives. And I feel like the Christian community judges them so much. And I just remember someone said, like, if you're calling it a sin, we are all sinning. There's no sin that is bigger than the other. If you're stealing, if you're lying, we are all sinning. So the fact that people are making it look like it's a big thing, people should stop doing that.
True. I agree. Because, okay, I feel like if you don't support at all, just kaivo.
Like, keep your distance.
Yes, don't do anything. Like, it's not your right. You don't have the right to take life. So to an extent of taking life. So like kama utaki, please just keep quiet.
That's why in human rights there's also freedom of expression. I mean, I'm allowed to
express
myself, and like what I'm comfortable with is what I'll do. If I'm affecting me in any way, you don't have to be close to me. You get, like, stay away from me if you feel like I'll be of bad influence to you or you'll get affected. You know, there's some people with those kind of mentalities, like nikishinda na huyu hadi mimi nitaanza kushikwa na behavior yake. Yeah, so I think everyone should just stay in their own lane and do your thing.
And I don't know if it's just me, but I've realized like these queer people, they have their very own unique way of expressing themselves, and they usually keep to themselves on a normal basis. They usually keep to themselves. They even have safe spaces where they accommodate each other, like these gay clubs. Like okay, you might meet a gay person in a normal club, but they have their own safe spaces. Like you've heard of Sheila Lumumba's case, who was recently murdered in was it Nyeri? 6 men broke into her apartment where she lived, by the way. They raped her, they brutally assaulted her, then finally murdered her. So you can see where we are as a country. And I don't know if the case was listened to, but you know, you can assume it's our country. Cases go like 10 years without being listened to. So they did make it illegal to be gay, but should you have that right of taking away people's sexuality?
I definitely don't agree with how they did it. Like, if you don't, like I said, everyone has their own life to live. People were raised differently, and different things influence on how someone becomes and how they portray themselves in the society. So the fact that they went ahead to kill the person, like, that was not right at all. No one has a right to take a person's life, and it should have been a big thing that the government should consider to, like, protect them.
And it's even the way they did it, the way they murdered her, it's what makes you think, wait, are the straight people the ones who are supposed to be like being looked for? Because if they wanted to kill her, they would have just done it. But they first went ahead to rape her, then later killed her. Gay people don't go raping people around the streets like on a normal basis. There's approximately 100 women are raped in a day, and I don't think it's gay people doing that. I don't think it's gay people. Yeah.
One, are we humans? Am I animals?
Yeah.
Two, why do that? If we imagine, it's your son, it's your daughter, it's your sister, it's your nephew, it's your niece. Would you if you would want the same to happen to you?
I think those men were trying to prove a point. They wanted to show it's supposed to be man, woman, not woman, man.
Yeah,
also
it's okay.
No, ni sawa.
No, I support her fully, but my question is, why did they kill the person? That one should not be regarded as something. Like,
that's everyone's
taking
question.
The life.
That's everyone's question. Why did they kill her?
If we are going to the part that she was doing the wrong thing, in the Constitution, she is doing the wrong thing.
Yes.
She's not supposed to be meaning with another woman. Yeah. It's not supposed to be like that.
So, like, if she's constitutionally wrong, she's then classified a criminal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's broken the law.
Yeah.
What happens to criminals? There's a procedure that's supposed to be taken for a criminal. Like, when a thief is caught, there's supposed to be cops called. They're supposed to take him into the station, have him write the statements. There's supposed to be a whole long process that is supposed to take place. I
don't deny,
but
they did it wrongly.
Yes.
I don't deny they did it wrongly.
Yeah. Don't you think it's a bit irrational that we're focusing on who is loving who? Mind you, the queer relationships do not come with pregnancies, because biggest fears of parents is bora mtoto wangu asipate mimba. They do not come with pregnancies. Queer relationships do not come with okay, they do sometimes with STIs, but not as much as straight relationships. queer relationships are just the most non-problematic relationships.
You can't use that as an excuse to be in an LGBTQ relationship. People are supposed to get pregnant.
It's not an excuse. This is people who are not built biologically the same way as we are.
So we
are forcing them to be built like us. That's making them uncomfortable. We're not
forcing anyone to be built like us.
Then
there's
why?
An era,
then why?
Listen, there's an
then
era
why?
In Africa.
Then why is the repercussions for being gay death? Why is that the absolute repercussion?
We have said we are not supporting death in any form. We are saying that the method was wrong.
That means if y'all are not supporting death, that means you're not looking for better alternative solutions.
There are so many alternative solutions
which
people didn't consider
like
that
making it illegal. That's not in any way better.
You can go for counseling.
That's not in any way better.
Okay, so what we can conclude here is that we all have different views, and I think that we should all respect what others think.
Yeah. In conclusion, I just want to say that, like, it's not nice to kill people, but consider the views of others. Like, it doesn't mean because you're LGBTQ you go around spoiling the mood for people, and it doesn't mean that if you're straight you also go around killing gay people. Like, stay in your lane.
In conclusion, I think everyone has their rights and no one has the right to kill the other. So tafadhali tusiwane huko nje.
Yes, emphasis on the rights. Everyone, no matter atakuwe anakaje, atakuwe sura mbaya, everyone has their rights, and they have to be like, you shouldn't compromise human rights for anything at all. Life is worth so much, and I can't imagine someone giving birth to someone and then like 21 years later unasikia someone murdered your kid because of their sexuality. You know, it's gonna be like the most heartbreaking thing heartbreaking news a mom can ever receive. So I think in our country we should even start a petition. Like, after the show we're gonna start it, we'll upload it, so we'll share the petition with you guys so that you can add in your signatures for LGBTQ to be legalized in Kenya, so that everyone is free to express themselves no matter their sexuality. So follow us. Our Spotify is at Vibes. Yeah, so you can follow us, give a comment, like, just interact with us
and share
also.
And we've been your hosts,
Kimberly Wanjiro,
Victoria Mwaniki,
Angelina Chieng,
Esther Kimanthi.
Bye.
Bye guys.